everyone! Today I'm going to make a quick video on how to make a magic ring or a magic circle. This technique is great for beginning amigurumi, which will almost always begin from this technique. To begin, you're just going to need your ball of yarn and you're going to need your hook later on. So first, hold out your left hand and identify this rectangle that's created by your two knuckles. So the second knuckle, is going to be the left side of the rectangle, and then your first knuckle is going to be the right side of the rectangle. What you're going to do is you're going to grab the tail end of your yarn. The tail end is the end that's not connected to the ball. So this is the working end and this is the tail end. And you're going to lay it across the 3 left fingers on your left hand in a diagonal, going from, with the tail end on the bottom, going from the bottom left corner of this rectangle drawn across the middle 3 fingers and the top right hand corner. So you can see how mine is kind of stretched across diagonally, and I'm leaving about 6 inches of tail end on the bottom that we're just going to ignore. The next step is to grab the working end of the yarn, which is attached to the ball, and you're just going to wind it around the back of your fingers like this so that it goes down in a straight line, and then you're going to wrap it across your left hand again in a diagonal going the opposite direction. So this is actually going to create an X shape across your 3 fingers, and you'll notice that this diagonal is going from the bottom right hand corner to the top left instead of the opposite way around. So once you have this X shape on your left hand, you're just going to wrap it around again across the back in a straight line, and you're just going to secure the working end of the yarn at the bottom of your hand with your pinky like this. And if you notice, if you turn your hand over, then you'll have a pair of parallel lines. Next, you're going to grab your hook with your right hand, and you'll notice that there's this first line and there's the second line. You're going to use your hook, and with the tip of the hook, this is the tip, pointing downwards, you're going to go under the first string, the first line. And I'm going to keep my hook about between my index and middle fingers. Then I'm going to move my hook over the second line over here and gently pull this second line under the first line with the hook. And I'm just going to do that by pulling back gently like this. And then I'm going to twist my right hand away from me. So I'm going to twist away from me like this so that there's a loop. And then my final step is to use my hook with the tip now facing upwards, and I'm going to identify this V shape that's left over on my fingers, this V shape, and I'm going to go under the left leg of this V shape with my hook with the tip facing upwards. I'm just going to slide it under the left leg from left to right. And so now we have basically 2 loops on my hook. I have this first loop, which we made initially, and then I have this new yarn over loop. I'm going to pull this new loop through the original loop on my hook, and I'm going to do that by just pulling my right hand back gently, and it might be a little bit difficult at first, but you just give it a gentle tug to get it through, and then you will be left with one loop on your hook. So your magic ring is completed, so now we can take the left hand fingers out of the circle, which is the magic circle or magic ring, and what's left is, you'll notice that the tail end is usually tangled or wrapped around the inside of the loop, so just pull it out from the inside to untangle that, and so then you won't have anything interfering with the center of the loop. So you always want this loop on your hook to be really tight, and so to tighten it, just pull on the working end of the yarn gently so that it's pretty tight so your hook, the loop won't fall off the hook anytime soon. And you usually want your magic circle to be about the size of a nickel or a dime to begin with, and to make the loop smaller, you just tug on the tail end of the yarn a little bit gently so that it doesn't all come apart, to make it a bit smaller, like that. And if it's too small, then you can just pull on the side of the circle to make it bigger. And if for some reason you think that you've messed up somewhere, just pull the hook out of the loop, pull on both ends, and then it will disappear. So that is how to make a magic circle.